Christmas, everybody. It's the Reverend Copeland, Nelson Copeland, president of Seacall College Tours and College Visitation. The very first college tour I did back in 1990, oh, you should have been there. There were 9 students from Philadelphia and Camden, New Jersey. They were the most energetic bunch of young people you can imagine, smart as they could be. We read a poem somewhere in that tour. I'm almost sure it was Langston Hughes' Mother's Son. I'm going to tell you what the 3 big surprises are, and there's one extra surprise. But I'm going to tell you them interspersed between all the lines of the poem. Well, son, I'll tell you. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor. Bam! When I started this organization, we didn't have hardly anything in the bank. Shucks, most of this organization, we haven't had hardly anything in the bank. Because we gave so much to young people. And one of the moves we're going to make is that Seacall is going to diminish, and College Visitation is going to be the prominent name and organization that we're going to use. Seacall's not going anywhere, but it's going to go into the organization, College Visitation, and be the management piece of the organization. But that's not the big news. That's just one piece of news. But then on the college tour, as we were reading that poem, the second paragraph, let's say, it says, but all the time, I've been a-climbing on and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. 30 years of doing this, 30 to 32 years, there have been a lot of dark days. There have been days where we didn't know how we would keep helping young people. There were days when I just was like, forget this. But you all 8,500 and something young people that we've helped over these 32 years, you've been the light. You've been the ones that kept us going. Which brings me to the second point. The second big thing. Our name is changing. After January 1st, we're going to be called College Visitation Charities. We're turning into a charity. We're going to help young people in places that we never considered going before, to help them learn how to go to college. And if they can't go to college, how to have higher education in their lives. But then the last part of that poem that we read to the students says, so boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on those steps because you find it's kind of hard. Don't you fall now. Don't you give up, honey, because I've been a-climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Well, you know, we've been climbing. And the third big piece of news, yeah, we're going international now. We're actually already working in Vietnam. Most of you know we work in the Virgin Islands. We may even be doing a program this year in Costa Rica. And yes, of course, we're going to still be all around the United States. The college tours are coming back this summer. You'll be able to register for them after the first of the year. And they're going to be online classes like crazy. so that if you can't afford our college tours, you can afford online classes. And then lastly, that we're going to say for a week from now, we're going to really show you how global we're going to be. So Merry Christmas. Take that little bit of news into your soul and know that we're College Visitation Charities, and we're getting ready to take on the planet. And I hope you will support us as we go. But remember this, the real news comes in 7 days. January 1st. Ooh, it's not going to be just me talking. You're going to hear people from all across the world. Merry Christmas.